course of my career, I've met many people who are struggling in different areas of their life, whether it be in a relationship, issues with parenting, or a personal issue such as depression or low self-esteem. Many people don't have the financial resources or time to devote to going to therapy on a regular basis. In hopes to meet the needs of those people, I created this podcast, Top 5 with Chris Taylor, where you learn the top 5 things that you can do right now to change that difficult situation in your life. Today's episode of Top 5 with Chris Taylor, we're going to talk about the top 5 things that you can do today to be more honest. Right? Now, you could say, I'm a generally sort of honest person, but at the end of the day, I think we all have these moments in our lives where we sort of hide who we are, we misrepresent ourselves, sort of those little white lies that we tell that, maybe make ourselves feel better, or we feel that people might see us in a more positive light. So we're going to talk about the top 5 things that you can do today to be more honest with yourself and with others, okay? So number 1, this is sort of a simple thing, and I think it's sort of humorous, but the number 1 thing that you can do is act as if you're talking to your grandmother. I tease people, right? Like, when you see your grandmother, are you gonna lie to her? Do you feel comfortable lying to your grandmother? No, your grandma's not gonna judge you. And if she doesn't approve or agree with what you're doing, she's just gonna give you direct feedback, right? And you're not afraid of that. In fact, I think most of the times we welcome that. So I say, look at this person that you're talking to and act as if it's your grandma, okay? And I think that's a really simple way to start this process. Okay? Number 2 is what I call don't feed the ego. Now, what I mean by don't feed the ego is, like I said earlier, a lot of those little white lies is so we hope this person sort of thinks and feels better about us if they think we are a certain way, we have certain things. Maybe it's a job that, we're at a certain level, but we sort of bump ourselves up, or we add a few $1,000s onto our salary, or, my other car's in the shop. Those types of things that just feed the ego and really get us off track on our goal of being more honest. So I encourage you to sort of stop that and identify, sort of how you're doing that, okay? So the third thing is speak slower. Now, I get a lot of feedback, based on these videos that sometimes you get so excited and so engaged that you talk fast. And, sometimes what we have to do is slow ourselves down, right? What we find is if we're being slower, we're being more intentional about what we say. And if we're misrepresenting, we sort of hold on to that. And there's natural pauses that are built into what we're saying. So we can, take more time to reflect and catch yourselves. Because the idea is that you're not just going to wake up tomorrow and never do this again. It's that the more you do it, the more insight and understanding you have around it, the more you catch yourself. And then you can start, stopping it. So number 4 is make eye contact. Again, when you're looking at somebody in the eyes, it's really hard to tell a lie, right? Unless you're just an expert liar, sort of a sociopath, right? But I know none of you are like that. But, I challenge you to look at people in your life, and, we all know those. Do they look to the left? Do they look to the right? We have those sort of cliche interrogation, ideas of where people reference when they're telling these little white lies. So stay engaged with who you're talking to. Maintain eye contact. Like I said, it's a lot harder to fib or to tell a little white lie or to tell a bigger lie if you're fully engaged and looking that person in the eye, okay? And number 5, the last thing that you can do is know your value. If you know your inherent sort of internal value of what you give to this world in a really productive, sort of humanitarian kind of way, you're not going to be looking at opportunities to feed the ego or to tell white lies so that people think or feel about you in a certain way, because you, at the end of the day, don't really care. Because internally, you know your value and you know your worth. And if you know that, and that's in your core and you're strong in that belief, then who really cares about other people's opinions or what they think of you? Okay, so again, those are the top 5 things that you can do today, right now, to be more honest in the way that you want to, in your approach to others, and really, ultimately, in how you honor yourself. If you liked what you just saw, and you would like more information about how you can implement these top 5 things into your life right now, please check out this and additional videos on my website, www.christaylormft.com.